Hello again, Kotliner. Welcome back. In this final video, we're going to do something very reassuring. We're going to run the code. Specifically, we'll test the Kotlin calculation library locally on your own machine. The one Codcel generated from that Excel spreadsheet. Yes, that Excel spreadsheet. Please remain calm. No var was harmed in the making of this. In the previous video, we added our coffee spreadsheet to Codcel, clicked Generate Project, selected Codcel Kotlin calculation library, and pressed Generate. And just like that, seconds later, Codcel produced a full Kotlin calculation project. Source code, tests, build files, no XML incantations, no mysterious plugins, and no one asking, should this be a sealed class? Before we run anything, let's quickly remind ourselves how closely this Kotlin code matches the Excel file. Open cost input.kotlin, a simple data class. Exactly what you'd expect. No boilerplate, no getters, no setters, because Kotlin. Class name is cost input. 2 fields, emergency coffee and tip. Those are our inputs, exactly the same as the spreadsheet. Now open cost output.kotlin. There is 1 field, cost. Again, exactly what Excel produced. No surprises, which, for once, is a good thing. Now remember our spreadsheet. We had emergency coffee set to £2.92, tip set to 0, tax as a constant. That exact data has already been turned into a test. OpenCostTest.Kotlin. This should feel very familiar. A perfectly ordinary JUnit test, the kind you've written thousands of times before, possibly half awake, possibly before coffee. We create an input. We set emergency coffee to £2.92, tip to 0. We call the API method Codcel cost with the input. We get back a cost output. And then we assert that the result is £3.50. Clean, readable, no magic. And not a single exclamation mark in sight. So let's run it. Click the Build tab, then View Test Commands. As expected, we'll need to run Gradle test now. I'm going to assume you have Kotlin and Gradle installed. You are a Kotlin developer. If not, Google it, or ask ChatGPT. Yes, it is still allowed. We checked. Click Test on Terminal. And it fails, with a java.lang.unsatisfied link error. Perfect. This is exactly what we expected. Why? Because the calculation isn't actually running in Kotlin. It's powered by the Codcel Rust calculation engine, connected through JNI. Yes. Under the hood, Kotlin is calmly delegating work like a very responsible adult. And we haven't built that yet, so let's fix that. Go back to source code and click Open to open the folder. You'll land inside Coffee Calculation Kotlin. Now go 1 directory up. Here we see 5 folders. 2 of them, Coffee Calculation and Coffee Model, contain the Rust code that does the actual maths. If you're curious about those, check out our Rust Quick Start series. Learning Rust is fun. Eventually, after bargaining, next we have Coffee, JNI. This is the bridge. The calm, well-typed handshake between Kotlin and Rust. And finally, our familiar Coffee Calculation Kotlin project. Important note. Don't move or delete anything. Everything is wired together very deliberately, like a production system, or a very expensive espresso machine that you're afraid to touch. Back in Codcel, open the hamburger menu and select Codcel JNI. Go straight to source code. We can see a cargo file. That's your first clue this is a Rust project. We'll open a couple of files, jnihelper.rust, then lib.rust. We do not need to understand this. That's the whole point. You are allowed to trust the compiler. Go to the Build tab, click View Build Commands. Before Kotlin tests can run, we need to build the JNI library. The command is cargo build ---- release. Now, before running this, you need Rust installed. Open your browser and go to rustlang.org. Click Get Started. The instructions are excellent, so we won't repeat them here. And if anything goes wrong, yes, ChatGPT is still allowed. If you already have Rust installed, run Rust up update just to be safe. Once Rust is installed, restart Codcel. Yes, close it. Open it again. This is not superstition. This is professional experience. Click Open Project, browse to your coffee project, and open it. We're back on the Business Specifications page. Open the hamburger menu and go to Codcel JNI again. Go to Build. Click Build on Terminal. Now the build starts. This may take a moment. This is Rust, not Kotlin. Rust compiles like it's double-checking everything you've ever promised. Let it work. And there we go. Finished, release. That's it. The Rust JNI library is built. No more Rust, I promise. Now for the payoff. Open the hamburger menu and go back to Codcel Kotlin calculation library. Let's run our Kotlin tests again. Open source. Go to test, then open costtest.kotlin again. Look at the code. We expect £3.50. Go to the build tab. Click test on terminal and passed. Beautiful. You've just gone from Excel to typed, Kotlin inputs to a clean API to a native calculation engine and then passing unit tests, all in minutes. No rewrites, no transcription errors, no one asking, are you sure Excel is still the source of truth? And that brings us to the end of the Kotlin Quick Start series. Take a deeper dive into the code. Refactor if you must. Rename things responsibly and reward yourself with a calm, well-earned latte. Codcel can also generate a Kotlin REST server, open API documentation, and even a web client. There's a lot more to explore. Visit us anytime at codcel.io. Thanks for watching, and keep writing Kotlin while Codcel handles the spreadsheets.